What's up, y'all? LakerFan here. As Rock's about to today's video, I'm here to show you the recreation of our shooting guard build in our comp pro-am team on NBA 2K24. So, as a lot of you guys may know, my boy Bawny plays on a shooting guard build where he spots up hash with like 85 three-pointer, but he doesn't have any ball handle on his current build. Now, this right here was the original version of the build. As you can see, it had 40 ball handle and 34 speed with ball. Now, you don't need speed with ball to be able to get something like pro dribble style, because there's just a glitch in the game where if you make the build a shooting guard or a point guard, you get the pro dribble style, which is like a 70 speed with ball requirement, even though you only have 34. So it was able to exploit stuff like that, and we still do exploit that. It's just it's going to be a little bit more speed with ball because the new version has ball handle. Now, just to recap a couple more things, as you can see, this one had 85 three-pointer, but it had 93 mid-range. As you can see, it can dunk the ball and all that stuff too, 40 standing dunk, yada yada. It even has post control as well with the unpluckable and all that. And then, as you can see, had enough vertical for like the silver chase down, all that stuff. You may even look at this build and think that this one is better, and depending on the way that you want to play, it possibly could be, because as you can see, the way that we have this reconstructed right here is to add ball handle to the build. Now, this is to make it a little bit more like a shooting guard, essentially. As you can see, it has 83 ball handle, 82 pass ac, and those are the major upgrades on the build. It's going to miss out entirely on dunk. It has a little bit less mid-range, but still keeps the really important badges. Like, for instance, you got Green Machine, Deadeye, Blinders, all that stuff between the 87 to 90 thresholds and stuff like that. But what 83 ball handle allows us to get is, like, for instance, that Jamal Murray behind the back is a huge piece in terms of moving as a point guard in 2K24. That's just literally how it is, right? And then you still have good pass ac as well with the 82. It's not a massive upgrade from like 75 when you look at badges, but the way the passes move, in my opinion, is a nice upgrade. And then we're shaving off a little bit of interior defense. Yes, you don't get that gold post move lockdown. I was told by Bawny you can't really even retain it that well either. Also, I want to use this video to shout out Bawny's new YouTube channel. Hopefully he has it created by now, and if not, I'll shout out like his TikTok or something like that. But my boy is going to be starting the content creation journey pretty soon. So if you guys have been following the channel and you guys like Bawny on the pro-am videos and stuff, absolutely check him out, drop him a sub, and I'm here to, like, you know, vouch for him and stuff too, because I think it's gonna be fun to see him on his own little YouTube journey as well. So I'm looking forward to it, and that was just, you know, the purpose of the video is to shout him out a good bit, but I still want to show you guys the build that he's gonna be rocking with. So as far as what we're missing, you can see vertical is the major concern. Like, we're dropping the vert and the dunk super low in comparison. Nothing else is really lacking that much more. As you can see, we've increased the ball handle, the speed with ball. We've kept the same three-pointer, dropped the midi just a tad bit, and the post control, yes, is off, but honestly, depends on how you use it. You know, this one's made to be a little bit more of a shooting guard role where you're going to be spotting up on the hash and you can handle the ball a little bit more. The other one was still made so you could play corner offense and maybe bully the point guard if they happen to be on you. But in this way, you can bully the point guard for even being on you by just putting him in the pick and roll. That's kind of how simple it is, right? Because then at that point, you have the ability to put the ball on the floor. With that pro dribble style, you can still move pretty quick. Even if you don't have things like speed booster and hyperdrive and stuff like that, the acceleration is still good at 74, as you can see. Me personally, I would believe that if you guys wanted to, you could go for that 77 Excel. It is a tad bit expensive though, but yes, you can get gold fast feet with a build like this. But anyway, 90 strength to get that immovable and brick wall. Not that we really care for the brick wall way too much, but it's still a nice little piece to be had. And again, you may question why the vert's so low. You may question, is it possible to play with something like this? I've seen it firsthand, a couple gameplays that we've had. I haven't recorded any of them. They've been a little bit more casual games than like the competitive stuff that we've been on this build with Bawny with. But I've seen that the build can get up on rebounds, surprisingly. Like, you know, my 90 vert build that has like 93 defensive rebound or 93 offensive rebound, you get what I'm saying. He's able to crash with the likes of that build and still get some rebounds every now and then. And the major concern for what we're trying to get out of this is for him to get on box outs anyway. So with the gold box out beast, 90 strength, it does its job. And this is made to be an on-ball defender while still even having some capabilities to play back end. I mean, having bronze anchor and 85 interior defense, like at the 6'7" height, and just the way this game works with how if you're in the right spot for mash defense, if it's gonna wall up on those like standing lays in general are just garbage. Standing dunks, you have to be in the right spot no matter what. Your interior defense and size doesn't mean anything. I mean, we've talked about that countless times on this channel so far this year's game. And then for stopping driving layups, I think it's more about your, you know, mobility and ability to get to the layup quicker anyway than it is to just be big per se. So anyway, if you're willing to sacrifice the dunk, you know, and then also the vertical, this is really a build that actually capitalizes off a lot of things to be able to get that ball handle. And that's what we were shooting for with this build. So let me go ahead and pan over to some park gameplay. It's just going to be twos. I want you guys to see, though, how Bawny's build can actually operate and how this interior defense looks, the way you can handle the ball, the shot creation type stuff that you can get out of something like this, and how it moves with the ball in its hand. Alright, so as you guys are going to see, we're going to load up here, and it's going to be like losers out 2v2. So we have to play defense and stuff too. It's going to be a good opportunity to get a good look at his build on defense as well. As you see, we're playing against some pretty good players also. So this is my first time on 2s, and I'm also on my new build as well. If you guys didn't see that yesterday, feel free to check that out also. So it's a 6'10" that's like a pure inside. But as you can see, I mean, look at this. Out the gate, he's already showcasing the elite interior defense. Alright, so we're going to skip to this point in the gameplay, and I'm going to cut around a tad bit just to show you the actual exciting stuff to see about the build and not show the dull moments or anything like that in the games. But as you can see, this is example number 1, being that Jamal Murray behind the back. It is so major key in terms of the pick and roll usage. We've been just slipping our way to baskets so far. As you can see, like 4 of our 6 points is me just dunking the ball on slips and stuff. So now the back end stepping really low because he's tired of giving up those like paint points and stuff, right? So now Bawny's able to just kind of bust out that behind the back right here, as you can see. So he's like going for that, what looks like kind of a long run toward the screen side to bait that defender into moving that way. And as you can see, he pays for it, and boom, Bawny's able to just shoot over to the side straight like that. So that's example number 1 of offensive aspect of the build. Now, as far as defensive, this is going to be one where he was playing really good defense, and he really does box him up in my opinion, but he just Blake Griffin's the ball in apparently, so crazy stuff happens there. Next up, you can see I grab an offensive rebound, and Bawny's a little bit open right there, but nothing happening. So we're going to reset, and you're going to see he just shoots like kind of a pocket catch and shoot right here. Really unorthodox shot, but hey, it was sharp take, and you know, the build's ability to shoot, it's still getting the job done on that, and obviously again has the dead eye blinders, all those types of things that are added in. Moving along a little bit further in, as you can see, we're back on defense. It's now like a 16-14 game. We're up by 2. In case I didn't show in the intro, these were some pretty good players as well, I must say. Like he's able to move pretty good, but as you can see, Bawny's lack of vertical is not really killing him that bad. I mean, look at this. This is like 34 vertical right here in action with no chase down, no nothing like that. He might have anchor. I'm not even sure, to be honest with you, as far as what his block rating is. But as you can see, like the dude goes in for what looks like it could be a decent layup if you like were to anticipate that his vertical is going to be really bad, or that he like maybe gets to this dead zone for even a meter dunk if he would have went for one. But as you can see, he gets ripped out of the dunk, and Bawny gets 100% smothered on it as well with that interior defense and all the block and stuff that he has on it too. Really good initial defense on that. As you can see, the pass act not really hurting him that much in terms of the bailout potential and stuff like that too. And now we'll just allow this gameplay to close out to the end as well. So mind you, I'm on a 6'10", so it's going to be a little bit hard for me to play defense. If they were going to run screens right there or anything like that, we kind of just try and sides everything. As you can see, I get broke once again, you know, classic. Just playing with a 6'10" in park is like the worst experience ever. It's like the most meaningless stuff. You may as well just bring out a 6'8" or shorter for pretty much anything to do with 2v2, or at least when it's losers out. I mean, to be fair, when it's make it take it, boy, them post scores really do become a problem. But anyway, again, like if you're on that 3 hunt kind of mode where you're just transferring possessions back and forth, kind of the same way that 3v3 works, it really does not make much sense to have a big out here unless you're really just dominating rebounds or, you know, screens and stuff like that. And as you can see, this is where we want to just kind of showcase the, like, you know, humble factor of understanding you have sharp take, we're up by 1 point, we have a good possession, like, you know, a 1 possession lead fully if we're taking a 2 right here, whereas the defense is thinking they don't want to give up a 3 for the win if they're like kind of, you know, thinking educatedly right here, because it's 18-17, right? So right here you can see that guy gets to step in, he's trying to blitz him, I'm getting out of the way on the slip. It's just, you know, good unison in terms of the pick and roll. You would want nothing more from the way that the build moves. And real quick, just to kind of highlight that, I really gotta say, like, look at this. This is like really low speed with ball. His acceleration is not even good right now either because the build's brand new, and it's still plenty movable. I mean, like, look at this. It's not really, like, if we look at it from this frame right here all the way to how he long runs out with it, that is some good movement in my opinion right there for literally just using a pro dribble style offhand run, which again is kind of a glitch in the first place too, because he has like 53 speed of ball max as opposed to the 70 you normally need for pro dribble style. Like for instance, my build, I have 68 speed of ball or 67, and I can't even get pro dribble style because my build's obviously made it like small forwards or power forwards or centers or anything like that. And it's just unfortunate that I'm not able to get that. But anyway, once again, we're going to try and set up for those long run movements. So with the long run movements, as you can see, I try and slip the first one, the guy's sitting back lower, so it's all good. We're just going to check it back to Bawny, and boom, he just happens to be open for this mid-range. Now, if he were to not be open for the mid-range, we would just run it back. I'd be holding screens, get the guy to step, and then you're looking good. You know, he can hit the midi fades, he can like look for his little peaks on the pick and rolls. If the guy has to step because the on ball gets bodied, boom, I'm just through for the pick and roll. You know, simple. easy stuff like that. So anyway, we end the game. Bawny ends up 4 for 5. I'm 6 for 6, and then we end up with a total of like 10 for 11. I had a turnover as well, technically. But anyway, just wanted to show a quick part gameplay of showing you how the build played interior defensively and also how it can move a tad bit. Just a couple really easy things for you guys to see, and nothing really, you know, crazy as far as like deep explanations. But I just want you to see the build can move pretty good offhand, and it can still do that behind the back. You can still shoot pretty good. You can still do all types of things like defensively with your interior defense and lack of vertical and all that stuff. So as much as I am a fan of vertical, it looks like it can be kind of exploited in terms of like you can still play pretty good interior D and like block and jump D ability even though you don't have it super high. So block rating seems to be a little bit superior when it comes to that, because when I play on my build that has like super low block, like below 40 and stuff, it is really bad. The jump contest I get or the lunges I get when in terms of like trying to jump while I'm playing paint D. But anyway, just wanted to show a quick little, you know, highlight of this build and stuff and just give you guys a quick little rundown on it. But anyway, shout out to Bawny again. I'm going to be linking his YouTube channel, or if he doesn't have a YouTube channel created yet, a TikTok. And I'm not sure when he's going to be posting. He's like buying his PC parts slowly as we are like progressing through this 2K year. And obviously he just is going to keep on stacking up and keep on getting more parts until it's complete. So anyway, I'm not sure when he will post entirely, but if you guys want to check out his channel, I want to give him a nice spark to start off his like YouTube journey and stuff. So if we get him to like 500 subs or something like that, I'm gonna really pressure him after I record this video to create a YouTube channel so I can shout him out. But anyway, that's all video. I hope y'all enjoyed, and like I said, let's try and get Bawny to 500 subs. And if you guys did enjoy this video and made it to the end, put Bawny in the comments, shortest person my way through. I want to thank Bawny a good bit too. He's been helping me out with like TikTok stuff. He's been running my TikTok channel. If you guys want to check that out, feel free to. It's just LakerFan. You know, you can look it up, simple as that. It's probably like, I think it's like LakerFan_YT or something like that. But he's been running that. He wants to keep on like doing stuff like that because he's trying to learn his own ways of like making his own short form content and stuff like that. And he's been helpful for me. I wanted to be helpful for him. I was going to do this regardless of whether he was helping me with anything like, you know, business wise for myself, but he's been helpful and he's like a little brother to me on this stuff. It's been really cool to get to know him this year. And while you guys do hear me like pick on him a little bit, that's, you know, the little brother in him that exists. You know, he's just a funny guy. I like joking with him, and while I do pick on him from time to time, I know the comments kind of get on me for that. It's all love with him. You know, I got a lot of love for Bawny. So anyway, that's all for video. Hope y'all enjoyed. None of that. Take it easy, man. Peace.